everybody. Welcome back to T Teaches Everything channel. Today, we're going to be looking at Season 1, Episode 2. So we're rolling along here under the whole season of T Teaches Teaching. Today, we're going to talk about teacher structures for your classroom. All right? And we're going to go ahead and look at some student structures in our next episode, but this is about you so that you can, regardless of your age and experience, your level of teaching, wherever you're at, teach bell to bell, and basically have a class environment where you and your students, most importantly, of course, can be successful in whatever endeavor you have planned for them. All right? So we're about teacher structures today. So here's what I mean about teacher structures. These are organizational aspects of your work that can make you more efficient in your planning, delivery of content, grading of work, and the ability to still have a work-life balance, which, as you probably know, if that work-life balance gets out of whack, trouble reemerges, all right? We got to make sure that we give all of our time to our work, but also we've got to make sure we remember, hey, why we're working, and we have time for our family and our hobbies and our dreams and our continuing education, all sorts of different things. So it's really important to keep that work-life balance in the right kind of area and to make sure that we're doing the right thing, we're putting things together, and that comes from organization. Teaching is a whole thing of monitoring and adjusting. Are my students getting it? Are my students not getting it? What do I need? Do I need to go faster, slower, talk to this student or this group of kids? And so we have to make sure we have balance. And for me, and I think a lot of teachers who are really successful, it comes down to organization. So today I'm going to talk about that in those teacher structures that you and I need to have to make sure we're organized so you can achieve your dreams in school and outside of school. All right, so our first structure, as I said, is organization. And you might think, is that all you got, T? Come on, there's got to be more to it than that. That's the starting point, all right? You need to make sure that as you build your files in your teacher toolbox of lessons and handouts and articles and projects and techniques and all the things you have, that you're organized. So you can find those things quickly and easily. And obviously there's, if you're electronic stuff, it's you can search for things. But I've learned over the years and really quite recently, frankly, to make sure that my folders are organized, detailed, my bookmarks organized, subfolders, so that everything is there. And if I get in a pinch, something's not working or I need something, I have some inspiration, I can go right to that. And as I find resources, I can slot them into my bookmarks, my folders, electronically in the cloud, or obviously in my file cabinet. All right. So make sure that you're organized. This will help contribute to a organized lifestyle for you. All right. Really important. The next structure I want to impress upon you is have some place in your room on your boards, and you're going to see some examples as we go through this here, or your screens, which alert you and your students and the occasional admin who wanders in, maybe lost or trying to figure out what they're doing in their life, that you know what's going on. Okay? So one, you want to have a plan for the day and for the week, for you and for your students. You want to know, and they want to know and see that you're in adherence to the standards. And you can put that on your boards or your slides or whatever. And it helps you know what you're doing. It helps your students know what you're doing. It gives them a sense that you're in command and you have a plan for admins and for students and for whoever else walks in your room. So you've got to have a plan. You've got to be organized. So let's be very clear. If you fail to plan, you plan to fail. All right. If you've done any teaching at all, you know that. All right. So for me, I have an agenda every day on the board. Here's what we're doing today. Here's what we're doing today. And I do that with each and every day. Sometimes I create it as I go along, or really what I do is I create it most often for the full week. And then I know where I'm going and I can adjust it as I go along. I use a PowerPoint or I use Google Slides to put that up there. I also put things on the board, on the whiteboard, next to my agendas. And again, you'll see pictures of those things, which help students know what's going on. They can see kind of the progress of the week in case they were absent. They can see what's going on each day. And so as they come into the classroom, I see them sneaking their eyes, looking at the boards, making sure that they know what's going on. And that allows us both to have a sense of clarity and purpose and organization. And I keep that so that that helps me look back and go, hey, I did this semester and I need to adjust this or that as I go along. All right. And your admin, when they come in, before they get bogged down in all their discipline and other duties and their paperwork, and of course, they're going to come in at the beginning of the school year. By the time you get to January, February, they're bogged down, overwhelmed. You're not going to see them again. But if they get that sense that you know what's going on, they're not going to come in as much and bother you and bug you. Promise. Not that we're in a competition or fighting against them, but it's your room. You do your thing. All right. And if they can trust you, that goes a long way. All right. Now, when you have a essential question or a theme for your unit or a DOK level or a state standard for your district or your department or whatever, that's great to put up there as well. Now, the kids, let's be honest, don't tell anybody, okay? They don't care about DOK. They don't care about essential questions or themes. That doesn't resonate with them, okay? But for your admin, your department chair, you put those things up there. They're like, okay, this person's got some things organized and they know where they're going. And it helps you, of course, conform to what your PLC, your department, your cadre, your district, your state, whatever standards you're doing, it helps you kind of keep that mindset of this is the framework that I'm working in. All right. So keep those admins happy, stay organized, let your kids know that you're in control and in command. Those are things that are going to help you with some teacher structures. But wait, there's more. A third structure to help you as a teacher be more efficient and maintain that work-life balance is something my dad suggested that I do as a kid. On a Saturday, what? Yeah. He'd say, hey, Mike, you got some time this weekend. Why don't you make a to-do list? Okay? And this will help you organize your time. Now, when I'm a kid, I'm like, whatever, I'm not doing that. Or, I didn't want him to control me and such things, but this is really good advice. And so every day when I come in, I do my little to-do list right here. And you can see I've knocked out a lot of stuff on my to-do list. I do that every day. And, I add things as I go and mark stuff off. And this really helps me be organized throughout my day, in between classes, when kids are doing something independently, when I have prep before and after school. So a to-do list is, whatever. Trust me, it works. This is a teacher structure to help you be organized. And that's the whole goal here, right? Because you want to be efficient in your work, right? So if you're a to-do list maker, you know what I'm talking about. If you're not, you got to do it. This is really going to help your organization. Helps you kind of prioritize things as well. All right. Our last structure to help you be effective as a teacher is to organize your room so it's most welcoming to students. To help them find the resources they need. Textbooks, crayons, scissors, tape, extra pens, pencils, whatever it is. Calendars, everything. It's to help them also move about the room with good traffic flow. This is going to minimize distractions, make your room more welcoming. So don't be afraid to set up those desks to facilitate group work instead of having them in the rows. Okay? Mess your room up. Try some different things. See what works. Have a spot to kids can see announcements. They can see the calendar. They can sharpen their pencil. They can grab a snack, whatever they need to do. Okay? Organize that room and maybe bring those kids in and say, hey, what's the best way for us to organize this room so you can get what you need to be successful? And when you do that, those kids and you have partnership in learning. That's so important. All right? Now, these are structures that I have that help me be more successful. Organization, a place for kids to get stuff, agendas, to-do lists. All of these things help me be more effective in my time, in my work. I don't take as much work or any work home, depending on what we've got going on. It helps me find resources, helps me add resources as I go along. And it even makes it a safe space and a good space for my substitute teachers when they come in, because they see an organized classroom. All right. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate you being here. Please like our video, subscribe to my channel, check out the socials, and remember, go forth and teach well. All right. See you again.